Mike Abda with us here in the Mendola show. We're talking about the Mid-Valley Spartans. Coach, let's talk about this season and how the boys are responding here for Mid-Valley.
It's been a season of ups and downs, but a lot more positive than negative. I really love the group that we have. I love their work ethic. They come to work every day ready to go, role models in the classroom, outside of the court, work hard every day. So I'm really happy with the group we have. We've had some big wins. We've had some really tough losses. But again, it shows a lot about your character coming off a tough loss or two, and the next day you're working just as hard. So, a lot of positive things to say.
Let's talk about the defense. So, wins championships. You guys play some tough defense. That's just something that's kind of followed suit in your coaching career.
Yeah, we're a defensive-minded program. I mean, really. So I believe that, if you play good defense and you follow our philosophy of how we're going to defend things and do things, that will be in most games, and regardless of graduation year in and year out, that we can definitely stay competitive and continue to compete for championships. So, the kids really buy into that, and every year, we feed off the energy that the previous year had defensively.
Let's talk about from freshmen to seniors, the mix of this group here for the Spartans.
Yeah, definitely a mix. Freshman point guard Danny Nemitz, who just turned 15 like 2 weeks ago. So, he's been running the point for us. He's done a great job. We kind of pulled him in day one, said we're not going to treat you like a freshman because, you don't have the talent of a regular freshman. You have the talent of a junior or senior, and so that's how we're going to treat you. And he's responded, he's accepted, he's been coachable, he's worked really, really hard. Tyler O'Connor is a returning starter from the past 2 years. He's one of the more complete players, I think, around the league as far as can pass, can dribble, can shoot, can defend, plays multiple positions and can defend multiple positions. And he's had a nice year, and specifically the last couple games he's played really well. Mike Miller's a 3-year starter, again, senior, and he works really, really hard, and it's been nice to see his progression from 10th grade, 11th grade, 12th grade to get to where he's at, and he's a really, really smart player, and so it's good to have his leadership as well. Giordani Cardenas is a senior, started for us last year but got injured, missed some time and came back. Great defender, solid shooter, and really just tough kid. Jeremiah Wallows played for us. He started most of our games this year, junior. Athletic football kid, defender. He's working on his offensive game, but really has helped us defensively match up with other teams. We play Austin Zebach off the bench, and he has a few starts. Really solid shooter, best JV player from last year, and stepped into this role this year. So we're happy with him, especially the last 2-3 games. He's really come on strong, which is good to see. Will help us into the league. And then we have a lot of other guys that may play here or there. Kyle Garrett's a senior, works really, really hard. Sam Bergacci, among other guys, and just kids on any given night that could potentially step up and have played really hard for us.
When you look at games where you're playing your best, and then you go to those games where you're inconsistent and on the loss column, what are you seeing? They're high school kids, so there's definitely going to be differences from the game to game, but you feel like you have a cerebral group that is able to regroup, learn a little bit from the film breakdown, and make changes?
Yes. Maybe not as much as I'd like, but definitely the answer is yes. We had some really heartbreaking losses early on in the season, and that was the motto, like, hey, win or lose, you learn. And we got to get in the film room, we got to make sure these things don't happen again. We had a real tough loss to Valley View, a real tough loss to Westside, 2 of them to Lakeland, and then we had a couple wins that it came down to the last minute, and we had to learn from those mistakes and grind it out in order to get the win, and we were able to do that. So it's great to see that progress. Specifically, early on in the season, not taking care of the ball late in the game, and I've seen a lot of improvement in that. I've seen improvement in free throws. We're close to almost 70% now for the year. We'd like to be 75 or above, but we're, at a respectable level. But the biggest inconsistency, I would say, probably has been just shooting the basketball. There's nights where if we're shooting the ball well, we can beat anybody, and our guys know that, if we're shooting the ball well. because we're going to play defense, we're going to limit mistakes, and if we're shooting the ball well, we're in good shape. But there's been nights where, we've gone cold, where, we've struggled, and on those nights we have to understand that, hey, sometimes the ball's not going to go in, but you got to will your way to some baskets. You got to find one on an offensive rebound. You got to get to the line. You have to push in transition. You can't just rely on whether your jumper's falling or not. You got to find other ways. So that's been the message to the kids. We've really improved in that area, and I'm excited for district playoffs.
How do you coach kids say, hey, if you have an open look, take it? Some kids might have the green light for a 2, some might have it for a 3, but you tend to see over time that kids want to take the 3. How do you discipline them to say, listen, we have the 2, let's take it. Let's try to take smart shots.
The eye in the sky don't lie, so film, film and statistics. I mean, that's how you teach that. You talk about, hey, a good 2-pointer is better than a bad 3-pointer. We talk about statistically, what do we shoot from 2, what do we shoot from 3. We break down things individually. Hey, you're a 55% shooter from here and a 25% shooter from there. What do you want? And then obviously just the film work in it. You show guys, hey, you made this shot 7 out of 10 times, but you missed that one. Out of 10 times you missed that 7. So you show them things on film. You break down the stats and analytics on those specific things, and you show them and hope they learn from it.
February is going to be a blur. The regular season's going to end.
Yep.
You're going to be in the playoffs, and one game could do it to you, to this team, to that team. It's that kind of season.
Right.
What are you hoping for February with this team? Do they know the reality of, hey, once we get there, we got to be right out of the gate?
Right, and that's been our message. I'm excited. I'm really excited about the playoffs, honestly, because we had a rough start to the season and we lost some games, but what I've been telling the guys is it's 0-0 when you get to the playoffs. Nobody cares about your record. I mean, you can look at it, but that'd be a mistake. So once that ball tips up on district playoff night at a neutral site, it doesn't matter who you're playing, you got a shot, and I like our chances. Obviously, I don't know who we're going to play right now, but District 3A is absolutely loaded with Sem, Redeemer, Lakeland, Riverside, Mid-Valley, Dunmore. I mean, it's loaded.
It's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous. It's really a shame that we don't get 3 to states. Last year, unfortunately, we were the odd team out. You had a 20-plus win Sem team, 20-plus win Redeemer. We had 19, and we didn't get to go to states last year. So it was frustrating. We lost to Redeemer to go to that game. They ended up going to states instead. But this year, it's a loaded field, but we have as good a shot as anybody else. So we're really looking forward to that. We're trying to finish strong. We're on a 2-game winning streak, heading into the last 3 games, which are all home. So we're hoping we could be riding high heading into districts.
Got to see you guys play this year, and I thought, okay, I've seen a bunch of 3A teams. This team could be as good as anybody on a given night. We will see when the district playoffs arrive. Coach, we wish you the very best.
I appreciate all you do, John. Thanks for having us.